This is Amazon's Juro. I believe I'm saying that right. Jura. It's a stainless steel 20-ounce tumbler. It's supposed to be vacuum sealed. It's supposed to be a vacuum chamber in between these layers of stainless steel. It's one of the cheapest 20-ounce mugs you'll find on Amazon. I got this one for the sole purpose for drinking coffee, because I wanted something cheap that wasn't expensive, like a Yeti cup or something to go on my way to work or going out in the woods and risk losing it. With tax and everything, it was around $12. It's pretty cheap for what it is compared to the Yeti ones that can be like $40 or $50, or even some of the other name brand ones that are still up around $20 or so, like you would get at Walmart. I had a plastic cup I was using a lot, and it just didn't seem like it held the coffee that warm. I have about a 25-30 minute ride to work and about a 25-minute ride to my hunting property that I go hunting on. And by the time I would get there, what coffee I have left in my cup, it would be lukewarm, getting on the cold side. It just wasn't good. So I wanted something that would hold the temperature a little bit better. Comes in the box with the cup, and there's a few different colors you can get. I got the black, and it comes with two different style lids. One lid just has the slide open. You can slide it open and shut. This lid, it flips open. Then it comes with a stainless steel straw, and it also comes with a pipe cleaner to clean the straw out with. I couldn't find that at the moment. It's stuck in a drawer somewhere. The lids has a cutout in there to where the straw will slide in there, and if you're using a bigger straw, like some of the plastic straws you get at a restaurant, it should fit in there. There's plenty of room for the straw. And there's kind of upsides and downsides about both these lids. This lid goes on there easier. It goes on there fairly easy. And that slides open and shut easy. But I'm questioning how leak proof this is. Now, if you're driving in your car or truck and that's in the cup holder, you know you ain't gonna risk knocking it over, then it really ain't a big deal. But just say you want to stick it in your jacket pocket while you're walking in the woods or something, then that might be a little more concern. Both lids have this rubber gasket around it. This lid seems like it seals better, but it's harder to push on here. What I found the easiest to do is to open it up first, then push it down there so the air can escape, then you can close this. One thing also about this lid, when your coffee's real hot, it seems like it builds up pressure in here, and it's almost like over a few minutes time, it'll start pushing this up. So when I first make the coffee and I put this lid on here, I'll just leave it cracked so it can vent a little bit. This one seems like it seals better though. But we're going to try that out later on in the video. Then it just comes right off. One downside I found about this flip top lid is the way it's designed. When you open it up, the flip top doesn't go back all the way. It hits the rim right here on this ledge. And if you got a big nose like me, when you're drinking from it, your nose is constantly pressing into that. And if it's not like it's just barely touching it, it's almost in the way of drinking from it. And if this is wet from condensation or coffee or whatever, it's getting on your nose. It ain't a real huge big deal for most people. It's just kind of annoying. What I tend to do, I try to drink from it kind of a little crooked so my nose is going kind of past it. I wish they had designed this part where it flipped down back more. I got this one right here, one of my older cups. It has a flip lid. And if you look at it, it goes over that ridge a whole lot further and it's more out of the way. So that's one thing I would like different about it, but I do like this coffee cup. One of the things I noticed right offhand about this one is that the heat transfer, when you put a hot beverage in it, it doesn't transfer heat to the outside of it. The outside of it still feels like the ambient temperature of your surroundings, versus a plastic one like this, and the outside of it gets noticeably warmer. This one, I usually don't have coffee in it any longer than an hour. I've went like 2 hours and the coffee was still pleasant to drink. Versus this one, I would go in 30 minutes time, the coffee was lukewarm and really wasn't that good anymore. I do like the way this holds the heat, and I've used it for iced tea one time, and it held ice good too. Now on the Amazon's website, they claim that it'll keep hot beverages warm for 6 hours and it'll keep ice for 24 hours. And I think that's kind of stretching it. I did some home tests, doing some temperature readings with both hot and cold beverages. With the hot beverage, I tried it at room temperature, and then I did it putting it in the refrigerator where the ambient temperature would be around 38 degrees to see how long it would keep it warm. And I also tried ice water in it, filled it up with ice, and then put water over it and see how long it would keep the ice in there and how long it would keep cold. So here's the results from that. So you see from that, if I remember correctly, they said hot, it'll keep things hot for 6 hours, keep ice for 24 hours. It does a good job, especially at room temperature. But I think they're stretching their numbers just a little bit. But best case scenario, you can see after 3 hours at room temperature, the coffee starts getting cooled down considerably more than what it would be when it was fresh. But then again, most people ain't gonna have their coffee sitting that long in a cup anyways. So for the price, I really do like it. It works good. It works a heck of a lot better than the plastic cup. Now for my last test, I'm going to try to see how leak resistant these lids are. I'm going to fill it up with water. That should be good. Alright, first lid I'm going to try is the slide top. Put it on there, slide it open, slide it shut, make sure it's shut real good. Now let's see if it leaks. I'm going to turn it all the way around. Saw just a little bit leaking, but it wasn't a whole lot. You can see it's got a little bit of leakage, but that's pretty good considering how cheap this cup is. Now let's say you got this sitting in your cup holder or something, it accidentally knocks over. You might get just a little bit leaking out, but it ain't gonna make a huge mess. Alright, now for the flip top lid. Put it on there, close it, make sure it's good and closed. Let's turn it up. And that's what I predicted at the beginning of the video. This one seals better than the slide lid. You can just kind of feel it when you push it on there, that it just feels tighter. Now, if you order one, you may get different results, but these are the results from the one that I've ordered. And I'm happy with them results. If I'm going out in the woods and I got some coffee left in it, I want to take it with me in the stand, I can slide that in my coat pocket and I ain't got to worry about it leaking out all over me. So if you're looking for a stainless steel tumbler like this that ain't so expensive and won't break the bank, this may be a good option for you. I'll put a link in the comments below where you can find it, make it easier for you. The Juro 20 ounce stainless steel tumbler. And I did some looking online. Amazon's the only place I saw it for sale. So I'm not sure if this is an Amazon brand or if they're just selling it specifically on Amazon. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.